What's up YouTube, Nate here.
Lester.
Back again with another Versus series where we test your might with 5 questions. Oh god. Thank you everybody for positive response we got from Kid Shuriken's Versus video. He was a pretty good guest.
Pretty good, it was really awesome. We went to Japan. Oh,
flew to Japan, beautiful Nakahara, Shimogami, Tensai, beautiful places. Really did. But anyways, thank you very much. Learned a lot about retro video game collecting in Japan. And who better to go to than the master himself, Kid Shoryuken. Today, we have a new competitor.
Back in Canada.
Took the Thriftdweller challenge, I guess. Lester, actually, you found him. How did you find him?
I was looking for arcade hardware. And coincidentally, he was already subscribed to us. And I was all like, whoa. This guy has an arcade machine. And yeah, yes. We're really big on Canadians.
And try to promote the culture of Canada retro video game collecting. Seems like a really cool guy. He collects like arcade and retro video game stuff. Thrift stores like us. And yeah, actually, let's go check him out.
Thriftdweller, that's singular. There's 2 of you guys. I'm BurningToys, and my channel on YouTube is retro gaming related, home, and going into arcade stuff. Dabbling in a tiny bit of pinball, not a lot, maybe 0.05% is going to be pinball related, but right now it's retro gaming, home, and going into arcade stuff.
Basically, if you haven't seen the Versus series, we have 5 questions we ask you, a YouTube member, and we kind of rate your answers, I guess. How do you think he'll do?
I think it's going to be awesome.
I think it's going to be dope. First thing we asked him actually is, what does BurningToys mean? This is not part of the 5 questions. FYI.
BurningToys means a long history of that. Me and some friends started a website a long time ago. It started off with just us actually setting our old toys on fire and around. I always liked BurningToys as the name, and every time I signed up for something online, it was never used. So I just used it. Original, I guess. Alright.
My soul is on fire!
Final Fight, hands down my favorite game of all time in the arcade. I love beat 'em ups. It was on the CPS-1, Capcom CPS-1, so I don't know. That had some good games on it. Street Fighter 2, Ghouls and Ghosts, but Neo Geo has some awesome games like Shock Troopers, Metal Slug. Final Fight, my favorite game of all time is Final Fight. Hardware would be Neo Geo, just hands down, just because there's so many games on it, and everyone has memories of going to the arcade and having that big red arcade cabinet with the 4, usually it was 4 or 2 games. I remember playing Booble Bobble at my local arcade on the Neo Geo.
BurningToys likes Final Fight and Neo Geo.
That's really good. Neo Geo is very popular, and I guess everyone likes Neo Geo though. But you know, with BurningToys, I think he has a goal to actually collect the damn thing, which is crazy. I don't know. I respect anyone who collects, you know, arcade hardware like that because it is pricey.
Yeah, I can't fit arcade hardware in my house. But Final Fight, amazing game. I only played it really on the Super Nintendo. So what was your favorite video game and arcade hardware?
Arcade hardware, I'm a big fan of Capcom CPS 2 and 1. Yes, Capcom Play System.
Thank you.
It came in 3 variations. The 3rd one is the newest one. But CPS 1, only because it plays Street Fighter 2.
Okay, you're pretty intense there with your, I was gonna say, I like DDR.
Yeah, I really like the Konami PlayStation hardware. Yeah.
This is my technique. And any DDR machine, Lester and I grew up playing that at Topo Gigil, if you're from Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And my favorite video game, arcade-wise, has to be X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
Hey! Come on, baby! Let's dance!
Well, home system is just straight up competition. Perfect example, yesterday I went to Value Village, grabbed a couple things, nothing crazy, and I saw some rare N64 controller colors. I checked the joystick, they're a little wonky, and I have so many, so I didn't pick them up. And the next day I go there every day, they're all gone. So someone hunts there every day just like me. Arcade stuff, it's just room. I don't have that big of a house. It's alright for me and my girlfriend, but really I have a spare bedroom and stuff, got the game room downstairs, but getting stuff down here, the only reason why I got this one arcade machine down here is because I could take it apart and bring it down in pieces, and a pinball machine would never fit down here. So that's my issue there with arcade stuff, is definitely just room.
Yes, anyway, so I like this answer. Pretty good answer to get arcade machines.
Yeah, it shouldn't even be a competition, but I guess there is.
Well, it's a limited supply of something.
It's a limited supply. I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Most people, they are looking for the same stuff. I guess it depends on how much you make.
We have the
boils
same
down to.
Yeah, we have the same problem here in Winnipeg. I know what my competitors are. We actually been friends with a couple of them, but you know I'm after you. You're after the same things I'm after. One of our biggest problems is pricing. Thrift stores have been pricing a lot of games for stupid expensive, like $8 for a PS2 game.
Yeah, there's locally on Kijiji, which is a online ad service. People do sell arcade machines in this city, but they're only priced
$1,000 for Tekken.
Yeah, $1,000 for a Tekken 2 machine.
Next time you get a virtual cop for $200, Mr. Burning Toys, send it our way, please.
Hey!
Well, again, Final Fight. I used to play that at the 7-Eleven near my parents' house, which has been torn down now. But I remember playing that all the time. I don't know why that game specifically has such an impact on me. It wasn't even in an arcade setting. It was like a one-off machine in the corner. I think he had a second game too. I want to say Hard Driving, but I don't know. It was a driving game anyways. And I played that, and I fucking loved that game. So I just played it and played it. I remember getting high scores on it, but nothing substantial. It wasn't like, oh, I got millions more than this. I kind of came out of the 90s there, early 90s of arcade, late 80s, early 90s, so all that like one credit, get your high score was kind of over, and it was kind of right before like Street Fighter 2 really hit, so I was kind of in that weird setting there. People call us Jamma Brats. Yeah, I don't really care too much about Pac-Man, Defender, all that stuff. Yeah, they're great games, and I never really cared about high score on them, so.
So I guess Burning Toys is saying that he's above the era of high scores. Was that like it here?
Yeah, it was huge. It depends on what game it was, though.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely depends on.
Like I remember when I was growing up, junior high, and even high school, it was Marvel vs. Capcom on the arcade machine. Everyone knew who you were if your name was on the top 10.
Yeah.
Literally, number 3 on lock, NAT.
I was number 1 on the Street Fighter Alpha machine there.
Which are?
At Polo Park.
Wow.
Yeah.
Number 1?
I was number 1. Always number 1.
Champ is here.
DCX, if you ever see that name.
Enjoy yourself! This is paradise!
That and the arcade question were definitely, I had to actually sit down and make notes and kind of do pros and cons column. Man, like what, Super Castlevania 4 or Super Metroid? Man, does ActRaiser count? I would say my favorite, just because I love the Castlevania series, would be Super Castlevania 4, and it's kind of a remake of Castlevania 1 on the NES, so I love that game, one of the first NES games I ever played. Definitely, Super Castlevania 4. With Super Metroid as a very close second, like almost tied.
Good answer, Burning Toys. Lester approves.
100 hand slap approved.
If you had to pick your favorite, Lester.
Mario World. Yeah, only because it was the packing of the only.
Perfect.
Yeah, you could play that game.
You could get Mario World, and then you didn't need to buy a game for a good year.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Donkey Kong Country, the original. A lot of hours on that game. And I remember even back in the day they said it gave 32-bit machines a run for its money.
Way too early to go to sleep, baby.
My holy grail that I'll never get is Monster Bash Pinball Machine because it's $7,000 and it won't fit in my basement. I've been playing it on Pinball Arcade on XBLA. You're doing it, but it's not the same. So that's really... I don't know why I use that analogy. I've never had sex with 4 condoms on. You get the idea.
Oh god.
No. Anyway.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Lester and I had to Google Monster Bash Pinball.
Yeah.
But it looks freaking awesome. All those classic horror monsters we like. You got Frankie. Well, he's not Frankenstein. He's just known as the monster. People call Frankenstein Frankenstein, but Frankenstein really was the name of the doctor. Good choice. It looks freaking beautiful. The playfield looks beautiful on that. I can't comment because I never heard of it before.
Yeah, it's the first time I've heard that. It's really good.
Kudos.
Yeah.
One over on the Thriftdwellers there. My Holy Grail. It's on the Nintendo. It's a Panesian game. Bubble Bath Babes. It's one of the 3 Panesian games that I think is actually fun to play because it's a clone pretty much of Bubble Bobble. I'll never get that game. I think $700 last time I saw it at auction, if not more. Lester.
Holy Grail of music is probably De La Soul's Clear Lake Auditorium, the CD copy. They only made 400 of them, and they're only sent out to DJs, so it's sent out as promo. I only know of one person in this town who has it.
Is it your brother?
Yep. So he's one out of the 400 who have it.
So there you have it. Burning Toys came up to the Thriftdweller challenge. How do you think he did?
He did.
Perfect.
Cheers, Burning Toys.
We love your channel.
We love your channel. If you haven't seen Burning Toys before, check him out. Really awesome guy. I like his style, and I'm learning a lot about arcade machines through him. So yeah, if you feel like you want to answer these questions because you can answer them better, please, by all means, go ahead. As for now, thank you guys very much for watching. Check us out. Check out Burning Toys.
And while you're at it, go to McDonald's. Get some coffee at the McDonald's McCafe.
Hope you guys had a nice time with this, and toodaloo, I guess.
That's it from us. Thank you guys very much for watching. Cheers from the Thriftdwellers.
Yeah, that's it. I would like to thank Nate and Lester for letting me do this. It was kind of cool idea. I'm not 100% sure if I should be doing fighting moves or blocks or just being cheap. But that's what I usually do in fighting games, is being cheap. Nate and Lester, why do you drink my blood?